Hello everyone, this is Dr. Dhiman and I welcome you all to this microprocessor tutorial series. In this video, we will learn about the logical group of instructions. These are the instructions that are used for different logical operations. So what are the logical operations? We have AND operation, OR operation, exclusive OR operation, then we have compare, rotate, okay, and we have complement some data in the memory or in the register. So sometimes the data is given in the instruction itself, so we will understand all the instructions for the 8085 microprocessor one by one. So I have made here one table. So here I have written all the 19 instructions that falls under the logical group category. So first of all, I would request you to go through the video of the status flags. So what will be the status of different bits in the status flag we will see in this table. So let me tell you in brief about the status flag. Here we have, this one is the carry status. Carry status represents when there is a n carry. Second bit is not used. The third bit here, capital P, represents the parity. So if we consider even parity and if there are an even number of ones in the given byte, then this parity bit will be 1. Then we have this one is the auxiliary carry. Okay, when there is a carry from the 4th to the 5th bit, okay, then this is called as the auxiliary carry. Okay, then we have here the 0. Z means here 0 flag. When all the bits in the byte or in the given byte is 0, then this 0 flag will be set to 1. And capital S here represents the sign. So this sign bit is used for representing the sign of the result of the operation. Okay, so this sign flag will be 1 for negative sign and this sign flag will be 0 for positive sign. Okay, so let us start with the logical group of instructions. So first of all, we have this one is the A and A R. So what do you understand by this instruction? A and A means and the content of the accumulator with R. Here R is the register and this can be any one of the general purpose register. Okay, this R or the register will hold one data that we have to do the AND operation with the content of the accumulator data. So how we can write? We can write it as accumulator and within square bracket it represents the content of the accumulator. So if we represent an operation with this symbol, okay, then we have this one is the R. R means the register and within square bracket means it is the content of the register R. So if we do the AND operation, this is the AND symbol. Okay, so if we do the AND operation and we have to store the data in the content of the accumulator. So whatever be the result of this AND operation between the accumulator content and the given register content, the result will be stored in the accumulator. Okay, so this is our first instruction and this is our meaning. And what about the flags? All the flags will be disturbed because we have 8-bit manipulation here. So all the flags will be disturbed. Here we need only one machine cycle and 4 t-states. Why only one machine cycle and 4 t-states? Because we have to see that all the data is given in the register. So this R is one register and this A is also another register. So here the data is contained or it is readily available in the register and we have to do the operation in between them. Data is already available in the register and the processor can directly do the execution or the operation or the AND operation here in this case within one machine cycle. It consists of 4 t-states. Okay, this was the first instruction. Now let us go to our second instruction. In the second instruction, this is similar, only the difference is that A and A, M, only the difference is here is the M. M here represents the memory address. So whatever be the content of that given memory address denoted by capital M, that content or that 8-bit data will be ANDed with the content of the accumulator. Okay, so let me write down mathematically here. So whatever be the content of the accumulator, that will be ANDed with the content of the H-cell pair. Why I am writing here H-cell pair? So within one square bracket, if we write down H-cell pair, this means that is the memory. H-cell pair is the 16-bit data. H-cell pair holds 16-bit data or 16-bit memory address. And within that memory address, whatever be the data available, that will be ANDed with the content of the accumulator and it will be stored in the accumulator. So this is the second instruction. This is register indirect addressing mode because we have the data available in the memory location. First of all, that memory location is H cell pair, so the content of the memory location, so we have to access two times. Therefore we have that two machine cycle, because in the first machine cycle we have to go to that address, then we have to fetch the data, and in the second machine cycle we have to do the AND operation. Here also all the flags are disturbed. Sometimes it may be modified or sometimes not, it will depend on the operation. Then we have 7 number of T states in the two machine cycles. Now let us go to our third instruction. In the third instruction we have similar type of instruction, but here difference is the I here. So what is the meaning of this I? I represents here the immediate addressing mode. So in the case of immediate addressing mode, the data is given in the instruction. So you can see here data is given in the instruction itself. So we can use that data and we can directly do the AND operation with the content of the accumulator. So the meaning of this instruction is AND the immediate data with the accumulator content. So accumulator will also hold 8-bit data. That data will be AND operation with the content that is given in the instruction itself. Okay. So this is immediate addressing mode. We have two machine cycle and we have 7 T states. All the flags are disturbed. Okay. So here also we can write, so whatever be the given data, that will be AND operation. This is the symbol of the AND operation, data given. So we can directly write down here, this is data. Data is ANDed with the accumulator content and the result is stored in the accumulator. So this is the expression, or this is the mathematical expression, we can say like that. Now let us go to our fourth instruction. In the fourth instruction we have the ORA. ORA means OR the content of the accumulator with the content of this register small r. So here we have to do the OR operation. Previously we had the AND operation. AND operation you have to understand looking at the truth table of the AND gate. Okay, so if there is 1 and 1, then only output will be 1 in the case of AND operation, and all for all the other combination, that is 0 0 0 1 1 0, for all these cases the data will be, or the result will be 0 for the AND operation. But in the case of OR operation, when both the data is 0 and 0, then only the output or the result will be 0. For all the other operations 0 1 1 0 and 1 1 in as a input, the output will be always 1 for the case of OR operation. So we have to OR the content of the accumulator with the content of the given register small r. So here we need 4 number of T states. We have one machine cycle. We have this one is the register addressing mode, because both the given data that are contained in the, one is contained in the accumulator and another is contained in the given register. Here all the flags are disturbed. Next we have ORAM, that is the or the content of the accumulator with the content of the given memory. Okay, so here we have the given memory denoted by capital M. Here in the instruction the memory address is given. That memory address is held by the H cell pair. It is by default in the case of 8085 microprocessor that will contain the data. So here we can write, so H cell pair, if we write like this within square bracket, this means this is the memory location. So within that memory location we have to access the data, so we have to use another square bracket. So here we have to do the OR operation. So it is just opposite of the AND operation. So this is the OR symbol. We have to do the OR operation with the content of the accumulator and the result will be stored in the accumulator. Similarly, in the previous case also we have to OR the content of the accumulator data with the content of the register and store the result in the accumulator. Okay, so this is the operation for the previous case. And in this fifth instruction, that is ORAM, so here memory address is given. We need to access the memory address to get the data, and in the second cycle we have to do the OR operation. So we need 2 machine cycle. Here we have 70 states. In the first machine cycle we have 40 states, and in the second machine cycle we have 3 T states. So what is the machine cycle, what is the T state, I have explained in my previous videos. So this one is register indirect. This is indirect. So we are not getting the data directly in one register, because the register is holding the memory address and that memory address will hold the data. So we have to access 2 times. Therefore we need 2 machine cycle. Here also all the flags are disturbed. Now let us go to our 6th type of instruction. Here we have, this is the ORI data. So data is given. I means it is the immediate addressing mode. Therefore we can say that this is the immediate addressing mode. So I have written here immediate addressing mode. We have 2 machine cycle, all the flags are disturbed, we have 7 T states are required with the 2 machine cycle. Okay, so ORI data means whatever be the data given, that will be ORed with the content of the accumulator, and the result will be stored in the accumulator. So what we can write, we have the content of the accumulator, we have to do the OR operation with the given data. So here we can directly write as this is data. So we are given with the data in the instruction, and it is the immediate addressing mode, and the result will be stored in the accumulator. So this is the expression. Next, let us go to our 7th type of instruction. Here we have XRAR. XRA means it is the exclusive OR operation. XR means exclusive OR, and A here represents the accumulator. So we have to do the exclusive OR operation with the content of the accumulator. So there will be exclusive OR operation between the given register data and the accumulator content. So we can write like this. So whatever be the content of the given register, okay, so exclusive OR is represented by this symbol. Okay, so that will be exclusive OR with the content of the accumulator, and we have to store the result, or we have to write the result into the content of the accumulator. Here we have 1 machine cycle, 4 T states, all the flags are disturbed, and we have register addressing mode. Why register addressing mode? Because both the given data, they are held in the register itself. Now we have the 8th instruction, that is XRAM. So we have to do the XOR operation between the content of the accumulator and the content of the given memory address. So here this memory address will be held in the HL pair. So we can write like this, HL pair. So this HL pair content means this is the given memory address. So whatever be the content in that memory address, that will be represented by 2 square bracket. Okay, so that will be XOR operation with the content of the accumulator, and the result will be stored in the accumulator. Okay, so this is the operation. This is register indirect addressing mode because the data is not in any register, and we have that data in the memory address. So that memory address is held by the HL pair. That is, we have an indirect access using the register. Okay, so the register contains the memory address, and that memory address holds the data. So we have to do the XOR operation between the data that is contained in the memory address and the accumulator content. So here also all the flags are disturbed. Here we have 7 number of T states, and we have 2 machine cycles. Whenever we have memory address in the instruction, we have to understand that there are 2 machine cycles in the case of logical group of instructions. So now let us go to our 9th number of instruction. It has XRI data. So here we have to understand that data is given in the instruction. I represents it is the immediate addressing mode, and we have to do the XOR operation between the given data and the content of the accumulator. So whatever be the given data in the instruction, that will be exclusive OR operation with the content of the accumulator. So here we can write whatever be the data given, that will be exclusive OR. This is the exclusive OR symbol, and we have to exclusive OR that data with the content of the accumulator, and the result will be written into the accumulator content. Okay, or the content of the accumulator will be rewritten with the result. Okay, and we have the 2 machine cycle. Here we have 2 machine cycle. We have immediate addressing mode because the data is given in the instruction. So I hope you have gone through the addressing mode video from my channel. Here we have all the flags are disturbed. We have here 7 T states are required for executing this instruction. Next we have CMA. What is the meaning of CMA? The meaning is complement the content of the accumulator. So whatever be the accumulator data, that will be complemented. If the data is 10101010, then it will be 01010101. So 1 will be replaced with 0, 0 will be rewritten with 1. Okay, so here we have implicit addressing mode because the operation is done in the content of the accumulator. No external data is there, no access of the memory or no access of any register is required. Therefore, it is called as the implicit addressing mode. I have explained in detail in my previous video about the addressing modes. So here we have machine cycle is 1. So we need 1 number of machine cycle. We have 4 number of T states. Okay. And none of the flags are disturbed. Here we can write like this. Whatever be the content of the accumulator, that will be complemented and that will be written into the accumulator. Okay, so if we have, suppose, let me write down here 10101010. So this is the 8-bit data. So after going through this instruction, the data will be 01010101 like this. So this is the complement. Okay, and this is the given data that is available in the accumulator. Next we have the CMC. What is the meaning of this CMC? Complement the carry status. So one thing here you have to understand that carry status is not a part of the accumulator. Okay, carry status means it is the status flag register that I have already shown here. So this content is now going to be modified. So whatever be the carry status, CM means it is the complement. So we have to do the complement of the carry status. So here we can see the least significant bit, that is the CS, is the carry status here. So this CS bit will be complemented. If it is 1, it will be replaced with 0. If it is 0, it will be replaced with 1. Okay, so here we need only 1 machine cycle, 4 T states. This is the carry status flag will be only disturbed. Okay, so whatever be the carry status content, that will be complemented and that will be written into the carry status itself. So that will be complemented. Carry status value will be complemented. Here we do not have any kind of addressing mode because we are not doing operation in any either register or any memory access or any given data. No, nothing is there. Only we have to do the carry status complement. Therefore, we can say that we need not to write here any kind of addressing mode. Okay. So next we have STC. STC means set the carry status. So irrespective of the previous value, 1 will be written into this carry status flag. So let me write down here. So 1 value will be written into the carry status flag. After going through this instruction, the carry status flag will be 1. So here only CS or the carry status will be modified. We need 4 number of T states and 1 machine cycle. Next we have CMPR. CMP means compare register with accumulator. So what is the meaning? So here we have the given register is small r. We have to do the operation with the content of the accumulator. So what will be the operation? The content of the register r will be subtracted from the content of the accumulator. So here we can write content of the accumulator minus the content of the register r. Here in this case all the carry status flag will be set, and here this is the register addressing mode because we have done the operation with a register. Okay, only, and we need only 1 machine cycle and 4 T states. The status flags are here set according to the result, but the result is discarded here. The content of the accumulator remain unchanged. So here we are doing only this operation, this given operation. We are just subtracting the value of the register and we are subtracting the register value from the content of the accumulator. Okay, here we need not to store the content or the result into the accumulator. Now we have CMP, M. So this CMP, M means compare the memory content with the content of the accumulator. So here we are given with the memory content. So here we can write whatever be the content of the HL pair, that is the memory address. Okay, and if we write another square bracket, then this means the data available in the memory address. That memory address is denoted by the HL pair and that will be subtracted from the content of the accumulator. Here also you have to keep in mind that the result of the subtraction is discarded, but only the modification is in the carry status values, and this is register indirect addressing mode because we are given the memory address. This memory address is held by the HL pair and we need 2 machine cycle and 7 number of T states. Next we have CPI data. CPI data means here I represents, this is the immediate addressing mode. Here we have written. So this data is given in the instruction because in the case of immediate addressing mode, data is given in the instruction itself, and we have to compare the given data in the instruction with the content of the accumulator. That means whatever be the given data, that has to be subtracted. That will be subtracted from the accumulator content. We need 2 machine cycle. We need 7 number of T states. All the flags are modified. Next we have the RLC and RRC. So what is the meaning of this RLC? So this is the implicit addressing mode, because we have to do the operation in the accumulator content only. Therefore this RLC meaning is the rotate the accumulator content to the left. That means each of the accumulator content, suppose we have the accumulator that will hold 8-bit data. Let me show you here. Suppose we have, these are the 8-bit data. Okay, suppose A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. So this is suppose given data. Now what we have to do, we have to rotate the content of the accumulator to the left. That means each of these bit will be shifted by one position. So like this bit will come here, this bit will come here, like this. And here we have to keep in mind that there is one carry status flag also. Carry will be also modified. The A7 bit will be moved to the carry status flag, as well as it will go to the least significant bit. I hope you understand. So let me take one example. So in this example, suppose we have, suppose carry status is suppose 0. We have the given data is 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 0. Suppose this is the given data. So after going through this instruction, so what will be the content? This 1 will come here. So this carry will be modified here, and this 1 will again come here also at the least significant bit. So at the end here will be having 1. Next this 0 will come here. So 0, this 1 will come here. So 1 1 1 1 1 5 1 are there. Then this 0 will come to the most significant bit. After going through this instruction, this carry status will be modified, as well as this data will come here, and all the bits will be shifted by one position to the left. Okay, so this is the result of the RLC operation. So here also we need only one machine cycle for these states. Only the carry status is modified. So here we can write like this: a n plus 1, this will be stored with the an. A7 bit, this will come to the carry status flag. So let me write down here, this will be written with the A7, because you can see this A7 is coming here. So like this, so A7 content will be stored in the carry status, as well as it will come to the A0 bit. So let me write down here, A0 will be rewritten with A7. That means whatever be the content of the here, that will be stored in the carry status as well as in the least significant bit. Okay, so let me write down here like this, A7 will be written into the A0, and the A7 will be written into the carry status flag also. Okay, so this is the operation. Similarly, we have the RRC. So in the case of RRC, the opposite will happen. The bit will be shifted to the right by one position. So what will happen in the case of RRC? Let me write down here, A7 bit will be rewritten with A0. Okay, next what will happen? This carry status, so I will show you with a schematic diagram. I will show you. So this carry status will be rewritten with A0. Now the least significant bit is coming to the carry status, and we have an. So an here represents n may be 0 or 1. So it will be rewritten with the next most significant bit. So an plus 1. An plus 1 will be written to the an. So let me explain you here. Suppose we have, this is the given byte. So we have 8 bit here. So A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. Actually, why I am explaining in detail? Because this is a confusing one. This is the carry status. So let me write down here properly. So here we have another bit, that is the carry status. So here we have to understand that A0 will come to the A7. So here we have to understand that A0, this A0 will come to A7. So whatever be the content of the A0, this will come here into the A7. So after going through this instruction, this A0 will come here. Let me write down here, A0 will come here. Okay, again in the carry status also this A0 will be stored. This A0, the least significant bit, this will come here in the most significant bit A7, and all the other bits will be shifted to the right by one position. So here we'll be having A7, A6, A5, A4, A3, A2 and A1. After modification, I have shown with the purple color. So after going through this instruction, the contents will be modified like this. A0, this value will come here into the carry status, as well as it will be written into the most significant bit. Okay, and all the bits will be shifted by one position, because we have seen here A7 is coming here, A6 is coming here. See, you can see here A6. So in this way you have to right shift the bits by one position. So we have completed this RRC. Here we need 4 number of T-states, 1 machine cycle, and this is only the carry status will be modified, and we have the implicit addressing mode because the operation is done in the content of the accumulator. Next we have only 2 instructions left. One is the RAL and RAR. These are similar, but we have to keep in mind that now we have to consider the carry status flag along with the content of the accumulator. So let me show you here. So here we'll be having suppose one carry status, and we'll be having one accumulator content. Accumulator content is 8-bit data. Okay, so whatever be the content, here we can see this is the accumulator content. Here we have the carry status. So RAL means rotate the accumulator content through carry. So in our previous case we have seen that in the rotate operation the bits are shifted by one position, either to the left or to the right. Okay, so here in this case we have to consider the CS. This CS will come to the least significant bit, and these bits will be shifted by one position. Okay, so here in this case we can write for RAL, we can write like this: AN plus 1 will be rewritten with AN, and the A7 will be written into the carry status. CS will be written with the A7 in this case, and we have CS carry status will come to the least significant bit, that is A0. Here you can see this carry status is coming here, and all these bits are shifted by one position. This A7 is coming to the carry status. So here we have written A7 is coming to the carry status. Here AN means the bit position will be shifted, that the bit in that position will be shifted to the next higher position. So this is the RAL instruction. So this is one implicit instruction because we are doing the operation in the accumulator content. We have only one machine cycle, 4 T-state. Only the carry status will be modified because we are using only the carry status flag here for this operation. Next we have RAR. This is similar, but the operation is opposite to the previous instruction. So RAR means rotate the content of the accumulator through carry to the right. Okay, suppose we have carry status here and we have the accumulator content here. Accumulator will be 8-bit content, carry status is 1 bit only. This one is suppose A0, this one is A7. So what will happen here? This carry status value will be written to this A7. This A7 will come here, this will come here, this will come here. Okay, like this. This will be the right shift operation by 1 bit, and okay, and this data will come here. Okay, A0 will be written into the carry status flag. So what we can write here, AN will be rewritten with AN plus 1. Next, that is AN will be modified with the next higher bit. Okay, and the carry status, what is the carry status? What we are writing here, carry status will be rewritten with A0. A0 is coming, you can see A0 is coming here into the carry status. Therefore the carry status will be rewritten with A0. And next what we have, carry status is coming to the A7 bit. Therefore we can write A7 will be modified with the carry status. Okay, so this is the operation of the last instruction, that is the RAR. So what is the meaning of this RAR instruction? Rotate accumulator content through carry. Okay, that means we have to consider carry along with the accumulator content, and we have to rotate the content. Okay, so these are the instructions in the logical group of instructions for 8085 microprocessor. I hope you are benefited from this video. If you are not clear with the previous concept, please go to my channel. You have a playlist for the microprocessor. Here we'll be getting all the concept about the addressing mode, flags, t states, machine cycles, read write operation. Okay, how we have to access the memory, how we have to access the register. So all the videos I have made in my previous lectures. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, please put it in the comment section below. Also like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.